Hey, what's up? I'm Mark Bellini, and in this video I wanted to share a little bit of a warning to Airbnb hosts or potential hosts. So I had guests that checked in last Wednesday and they stayed for 2 days. They came in the evening on I think Tuesday and they left, or actually no, Wednesday, and then they left Friday morning. And they sent me a text and said there was an issue. Now basically I'm sharing this because I believe it may be a scam, and I heard this scam is going around and making the rounds, and I want to make sure you're aware. So basically they sent me a message saying they had a bed bug issue, and I've never had any prior complaints. I've never even seen a bed bug in my entire life. I'm the one that switches the sheets, I clean everything, I see everything in this room. I know of any bugs or anything that have been in here that I've seen. Haven't seen anything like that. And so they asked if they could have a full refund, and they would check out immediately. So I was like, fine, whatever, go ahead. I gave them the full refund back, and that's why they're doing this, because they can get their money back immediately. So they can stay for a couple nights, stay for free, you know, have your coffee and snacks, whatever, and then get away scot-free. And this, you know, it's possible maybe they saw a bed bug or something, but I'm a little skeptical of it because, like I said, I've not seen anything. But given the circumstances, I treated it as such, and so I gave them their money back. Airbnb was not alerted, but I took care of it. Basically, I called friends and got hooked up with these fans, and what they do is they heat the room to a high temperature. So in this case, I got it up to about 130 degrees in this room, some areas a little bit more, and this is a mess right here. So this is what I had to do. I had to completely tear this room apart. I lifted the bed off of the box spring with those stools underneath to get more airflow. But this is the heater unit here. I had to turn this up to the coils in there are like 160 degrees, and it's blowing hot air. And so, you know, like right in front of it was like 150, like the pillows across the way were like 135, the walls were like 130, and bed bugs die at around 118 degrees or so. So, you know, plenty of heat to kill anything that would have been in here. And so I ran it for 18 hours, and that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to run it for a number of hours. Depends on how much heat you have, so I had to basically run it that long to get the temperature up to that degree, and then run it for a while to make sure everything was killed if there was anything in here. And so the reason I think it may have been kind of a scam is a couple things. So one is that when you get bit by a bed bug, you don't usually show symptoms right away, like the next night. Usually it's like anywhere between like 2 days and 2 weeks to show symptoms of a bite. And she said she had bites all over her. And if you have bites all over you, you're going to have evidence of bed bugs. You're going to have like the droppings, you're going to see things crawling around, you're going to see evidence. And so the fact that it was just here, she was just here for 2 nights and she had bites all over her, makes me think it was more of a scam. So what I did is and this is how I checked temperature in the room. This is a little temperature gun. So I went along and tested the temperature of everything to make sure everything was up to temperature and everything was cooking. So there was no problem with the temperature, and everything in here, if there was anything, would be gone at this point. And so I went in and I looked at everything, like every tiny little speck that I could find, everything, every tiny little dot. And then I went in here and I started lifting it off the cover, looking at any little speck I could find, and I found nothing, absolutely nothing. That was like a little piece of a leaf. That was a piece of fuzz. Like there's nothing in here. You know, fuzz, you know, just everything was just not bug related whatsoever. So that's what makes me think this thing was just a whole scam. Just get a couple nights stay for free. Major pain in the ass though, to do this. I feel better that it's done, so I have like peace of mind that there's nothing in here at this point. But doing this treatment can cost like upwards of like a few $1,000s. If you're gonna treat like a large house or something, it's gonna be thousands of dollars to do this. So be aware, people can buy bed bugs online, or they can take pictures of dead ones and then like place it on a pillow or something, or show pictures that aren't at your place, but they send photos that look like your place or something. So just be aware that it is a scam that people are starting to use, and you get screwed. So if Airbnb finds out your listing is taken off for I think 3 weeks, and you cannot put your listing back up until you prove to Airbnb that you have had an inspection and had anything treated, and then they will open it up afterwards. So it is not pleasant. Fortunately, they did not reach out to Airbnb. They just sent me a message, and they said if they got their money back, then they wouldn't leave a review or reach out to Airbnb. So it was like, incentive for me to just give the money back and be done with it. So I think it's something that they're probably doing repeatedly. So something to be aware of. Bed bugs are no joke, but people are starting to realize they can scam through that way because Airbnb takes it very seriously. So just wanted to give a heads up. And if you like this content and want me to share more things like this, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.